Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
So I know this video is going up a little later than normal, but like his family came over today and we just hung out at the pool. We made snow cones.
Yes.
We ordered some pizza for everyone because why not treat the family good while they're here. But in our last video, I think we said that we went to Chiefs training camp, and we just kind of wanted to talk about that experience because we weren't actually allowed to film.
Yeah, due to
like spying, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know the technical term, but it's like they didn't want you recording because if, like, say, so to speak, you were working for another, if you're working for another team or anything, they just don't want footage leaked
for cheating purposes.
Yeah, for legality.
Yeah, simple as that. So, but we were able to get some pictures, so we got some cool pictures.
Yes, I'll link my Instagram down below so that you guys can check those on my Instagram because for some reason, unless the picture's taken a certain way, it won't work. Like, it cuts everything off.
And if you want to, you can link mine too.
Yes, we'll link our Instagrams
we'll link
down
both
below.
Of them and I'll
which
upload
I think,
some, so yeah.
We don't post on there often, but I
Not
think with how we're doing on YouTube, that we'll start linking our Instagrams down below so that you guys can check out if you guys want to follow us. Because I'd love to interact with you guys on there as well. But it was really fun. So we went with your stepmom, Carrie.
Hey, you are fine. Now, go lay down. Kennel.
I am going to have to cut this out, aren't I?
No, it's fine.
We're just going to do a one take.
Dog.
We're just going to do a one take today.
We're not editing this video. There's Quincy.
That's the life of this.
Literally what he just did is I have the
we have the blinds
closed. He poked his nose out, opened it so he could see outside to see people to bark at them.
We deal with that on a daily basis.
It's really fun when I'm working.
But no, like I said, we went with his stepmom, Carrie.
Yep.
Your niece, right? She's your niece, right?
Mm-hmm.
His niece and his brother, right? That's all we went with, right?
That's all.
Yeah, those three people. And so, if you guys know, like, the Chiefs, they train in St. Joseph, Missouri. So, we got up early, and his brother came and picked us up and drove us down there. And his brother was super, super nice and got everyone McDonald's for the road.
Breakfast.
And so then we went to McDonald's, he brought us McDonald's, right?
Yes, he brought us the McDonald's. Everyone met up here. I was the central location.
Because you're between, like, this was the best place to meet, honestly.
Honestly, yeah.
Met here, got up in the car, and then made our way. The scary thing is, Chiefs training camp, if it lightnings, they move practice inside. And due to COVID,
I think not even due to COVID, just in general,
because the space is so small.
When it's moved indoors, no one is allowed in there unless your players are with the staff
or family. Yeah. I think family's allowed in there.
I'm sure, yeah.
But we were making the drive, and all of a sudden there was a storm on top of St. Joe, and his brother was like, "Oh no, I see lightning." So we're like, "Oh my goodness! Like, is it gonna get canceled?" Like, we were more than halfway there. We were like 8 minutes from being there.
10-15 minutes away easily.
We had to stop and go to the bathroom because we all had to go pee. And so we stopped, and him and I stayed outside in the car and stretched our legs and everything. And we just see constant lightning strikes while they're inside using the restroom. And him and I look at each other like, I don't know, is this going to happen? Like, I would like it to, but highly unlikely, just because the storm sky was so bad. Like, it was
dark as hell.
Pitch black. Like, I don't know if... What?
No, yeah.
Like, I don't know, but, like, it was like, if you look up at the sky, one side was completely clear, and then it was just like a shift and change. It was like completely dark. So we were really scared that
it was gonna get
canceled. So then we all hopped back in the car, and we kept driving, and we got there. And then we waited in the car.
Yes.
And his brother went and got his ticket because there was this ticket mishap of where we tried to order 4 tickets.
It was a whole ordeal.
We tried to order 4 tickets, but then we realized the 4th ticket was the parking pass. So
I don't know. It was a whole ordeal, but we got it figured out. So that's
got it figured out. Everyone got in there, And then his stepmom, Carrie, had to go to the bathroom while we were waiting in line. So his brother took Carrie to go to the bathroom, and you and I stayed with your niece.
My niece.
And how was that?
That was fun. Well, while they were gone, the gates had opened, and so we were all moving ahead.
And she didn't want to walk.
She wasn't too fond of getting up to walk, which, understandable.
She's 4, 3?
Yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah, anyway.
Sabine?
So, yeah, she did not really want to walk. She wanted to be carried, specifically by Lena.
Yes.
Like,
well,
she
because I had given
really
her
want...
a piggyback ride
Yeah.
into the line. And
like,
then
I
was
had
like,
a blanket wrapped over me, so I was like, hey, you can rest your head up here.
she
Like,
was
I can
acting
pick
tired.
you up. Like, I can pick you up, no problem. She's like, nope. I'm just like,
I was like,
what the heck?
I even asked her, I was like, will you go to Uncle Will for a minute so that I can have a break? And she goes, but I don't want to. I want you to hold me. Like, I was like, okay. So then...
It was really feeling the love.
So then I made a deal with her because I needed a break. Like, we were walking at a pretty good pace.
Yeah, it was
And
constant.
then I was holding her, and I wasn't very comfortable because it was kind of uphill, too. So,
it
like,
was slanted.
my back started hurting, which I know probably isn't good, but, like... So I made a deal with her. I was like, okay, I'm going to put you down, and you see that light post. You walk until that light post, and then I'll pick you back up.
Yeah.
And she was fine with that because the light posts weren't very far apart from each other from when I put her down. And then while we were waiting in line, it started pouring.
It was raining. Yeah. No, that was when we got in.
Oh, no, that was when we got in. So it was
So we
sprinkling
were able to
when
get
we got
in.
in.
We got in with minimal hassle.
You want to tell them about that?
So I got these tickets from my cousin, and essentially we just paid him for the tickets because we...
He couldn't end up going, so
Yeah.
he sent them to us.
Yeah, for his reasons he couldn't go, so he sent us the tickets.
But he sent them through a screenshot.
Yeah, he screenshot them and texted me the
which
tickets.
they didn't accept the
Yeah,
screenshot.
they weren't able to take the screenshot, so
Which I get because you could say that
Yeah,
you
you
bought the
easily
tickets and then send screenshots to everyone.
Yeah, honestly. So I had ended up calling him. Luckily, we were able to get it figured out by getting his email address,
And
giving
then
it to them, and then they sending us the tickets, and then
Which it worked.
doing it through that way. It did work.
It was just a little stressful at first.
Yeah,
because
at
it was
first it
raining,
was.
and then
It was sprinkling a
the
little
lady
bit.
was like, "Oh, we can't take screenshots. Do you have any other way to access them?" And then we were like, "Well," you're like, "Well, my cousin sent them to me, and just for circumstances he couldn't come, so he sent them to us." And they were like, "Okay, well, what's his email?" So we got it all figured out, and then we went in, and that facility that they practice at was beautiful.
It's a very nice
It's
place.
it's a college. I'm not gonna say which college it is, just for safety purposes. But if you guys are local, then you probably know.
If you know, you know.
But the campus was beautiful. So they had one field, which was like their kids zone, which was really cool. So they had like inflatables, a rock wall, balloon artist, the shoulder pad, or not the shoulder pads, but like the punching bags and all that stuff, right? What else?
Yeah, just like the...
Just they had a whole bunch of stuff that the kids could interact and be like a Chiefs player for a day. And then my downfall was Casey Wolf was there. And if anybody watching knows me, I am terrified of mascots. Well, his niece decides to run up to Casey Wolf. So his brother and Carrie go with her to deal with that, and I'm pulling him aside. I'm like, I'm not going near him. I'm not going near him. But I put my big girl pants on, kind of. I didn't cry like I usually would.
You didn't necessarily go near him either.
I didn't go near him. I made him walk closest to him, but I like pulled him off to the side. I was like, I'm not going near him. And then I just I looked away and I took some deep breaths and then I walked past. And then once you get past like the kids zone and where Casey Wolf was, there were some of the cheerleaders, which they are very pretty. Like NFL cheerleaders are gorgeous. And then they had a food stand.
Yeah.
And then they had a food stand with like I didn't really see what they had, but they had like the condiments
It
for
was
hot
just
dogs
usual.
and hamburgers.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I paid
A little expensive.
for 2 water bottles $12. But I'm like, they wouldn't let us bring drinks in, and it was It wasn't hot, but I was like, we just drove an hour.
It was humid though. It was
It was
very
humid,
because
and we
of the
just
rain.
drove an hour, and I was like, I'm thirsty, so him and I split a water, and then I got Carrie a water too.
Yeah.
And then we got a good spot. So then you walk to the practice fields, and there are 2 practice fields. So like here are the 2 practice fields.
They're just
There's
2 football
bleachers,
fields.
There's
right
bleachers
next to each
on
other.
this side of the field and this side, and then
2 football fields.
and then grass, and then bleachers up above. So we sat behind the second practice field goalpost, and then on the grass. So we
we had a blanket.
we had a pretty good seat, and then as
We
soon
had really
as
good seats,
as we
actually.
got there, it started pouring rain
Oh
on
my
us.
goodness.
So imagine this: we decided to only take 1 blanket in. So there's 5 of us,
we brought 2,
but
only
left
brought
one in the car. There was 5 of us sitting on a blanket. Although his niece is really small, so she was like behind.
She
It was
like in the
me and
middle.
him in front, and then his brother and Carrie in the back, and then like her in the middle. And we had 1 umbrella, so his brother's holding the umbrella above all of us, and then our legs were just getting soaking wet.
Oh yeah, it was insane.
But it was so much fun. And then so they had, when we got there, all of the was it the defense players?
I don't know what you're trying to say though.
They had
They had all the defense on one side.
They had all the defense on one side and the offense on the other side.
Yes.
One team. Who was in the red?
Who was in the red?
Who were in the red jerseys?
Offense.
And offense were in the red jerseys. White were in the
Defense was in the
defense
white.
in the white. And then our 4 quarterbacks were in yellow.
Yes.
So when we got there, the quarterbacks were running drills.
Yep. So it was really cool to see
in
them.
ours, so they put Chad Henne. It was mainly Chad Henne and Patrick Mahomes were running the drills because the other 2, they didn't really
Our
have
third
them.
and fourth string quarterbacks.
Yeah, so they didn't really have them practicing as much.
So if
I
you know
think-
about third and fourth string quarterbacks, the likelihood of them playing is slim
very
to
rare.
none.
It's gonna be.
You really don't want to even see them in. That's
It's
the
gonna
case.
be. It was mainly Patrick and Henne,
Yeah.
and then
It's like you really don't even want to see them in because that doesn't mean that's
Mm-hmm.
bad. That's not good if your third and fourth string quarterbacks are playing.
Yeah. So when we got there, Chad,
Usually.
Chad and Patrick,
Yeah.
Henne and
Chad and
Mahomes.
Patty.
Henne and Mahomes were running drills with those boys, and then a little bit after we got there, they blew like their bullhorn or whatever, and then they all went to do like a scrimmage
On the one side.
which we
Wow.
could still see, which was pretty cool.
And then what I thought was really cool, so they were all doing that on the one side, and then on the side close to us, they had the special teams unit out, which special teams are going to be your kickers and punters.
Which was really cool to see.
Yeah, so we got to see our kickers and punters doing,
Their
field
drills and,
goals. Yeah, doing field goals, doing punts, punt returns, that kind of stuff. So that was really cool to see that.
That was really cool because they were practicing their field goals and all that. And then at one point, his niece, Carrie and his brother were down there talking, and his niece was down there.
Where we
And
were just sitting on the blanket on
And
the
we were
hill.
just sitting on the blanket just chilling because we had our spot. Well, we looked down.
I didn't
and
move
his,
at all. I was staying on that hill because I
Yeah.
was comfortable. I could see everything that was going on, so I didn't move at all.
His niece was so cute. She started sitting in the rocks and playing with the rocks. And then we look over and we don't see her. Well, come to find out, she's not too far down. But she went over and she was talking to the police officer. And she's it was so cute. She was pointing to the field and everything. And then the police officer got down on her level and just started carrying conversation with her. And then Carrie and her brother looked around and
They looked around and
they
they looked up at us
and we're like,
where is she?
we're
I was like,
she's
over
down
there. I was like, I didn't take my eyes off of her. I had her the entire time
But
because I knew that's what was going to happen. I was just waiting for it
because
to
they
happen.
were just watching the game.
Yeah, they were focused on that, which of course, obviously, we had.
We had eyes on her the entire
We had
time.
eyes on her, so she was fine.
But it was just so cute,
Yeah, it was a great moment.
yeah. And then I thought practice was a lot longer than it was, but it was only a 2-hour practice. Which, if you think about it, running drills for 2 hours is a lot. And then they go inside and do media training and watch films and that type of stuff. So in reality, it's not bad. And what we paid $5 a ticket.
Yep, it's $5 a ticket, and then I want to say $5 for
$5
the
for parking, yeah.
too.
Which that was weird because we got there and we're like, oh, we have the parking pass. They didn't scan it. They didn't really
she barely
look
even looked at it. She, like, my brother held the phone up because it was on my phone. He was like, here you go. And she just kind of was like, okay.
Like, you could have just flashed a white, black, and red picture.
You know, like a QR code and something like that, and she would have. But you know what? Whatever. It was early morning, so you know I understand.
Because we got there around 8:30.
Yep, gates opened up 8:45. Half hour before practice starts for 9:15.
Which practice was so much fun. Like
I would
go again.
If it wasn't out in St. Joe, it's a long drive for where we are.
Your cousin went 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I mean it's a long drive, but if you're willing to make the drive,
I mean, I liked it just for the experience. Like that was the first time either of us had been.
Yeah, it was really fun. Especially, you gotta imagine you're paying $5 and you are that close to those players. Like that's the closest you're ever gonna be for that cheap, for that amount of price.
Yeah, well,
more than likely.
If you guys check out our Instagrams, which I think both of our Instagrams are private, so just request to follow us.
Yeah.
And you'll see the pictures, but you'll see how close we got. But
yeah, it's really cool.
We'll post those pictures after we post this video.
Yeah.
But and then afterwards we went to the kids zone, so your niece
got to do some more, and we played too.
We did play too. Do you have that video that you can get off of Facebook? Like save it.
Probably, yeah.
And he'll upload the video to his Instagram.
Yes, I have a video of me tackling one of the inflatables. I think it's in slow motion too, so it's really cool.
Yeah, so we'll put that on his Instagram. I'll do the picture of us and then the pictures that I got from the practice. But I think that is about it.
That's it.
So leave in the comments down below if you guys want to see anything specific. I know tomorrow, when you're seeing this, tomorrow we'll go to his work event. His work event got rescheduled. So we're going to go tomorrow. So we're going to go to that. And
that's going to be fun. I'm excited for that. I'm going to do a little update for me, actually, real quick.
But, can I say what I was going to say? Yeah. I think we will vlog tomorrow. We just won't get his coworkers in it.
Right. Speaking of work, I had a update today for, actually literally today, you know, because you're watching this video today, maybe. Unless you're watching it tomorrow or next month or next year.
Whatever.
You know, whenever you're watching this.
But today we're filming it.
The day of recording, this morning, well, not even this morning. A few days ago, I had messaged my...
It was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Really? So yesterday I messaged my manager, who's such a nice guy. I love him to death. I was like, hey, you know, with work, when I was in the offices? When I was in the office.
When you were in the office.
When I was in the office. Will isn't good with English. That's... Anyway, when I was in the office, I had two monitors so I could have, you know, all the information, you know, on two screens that I needed, which was really nice. You know, I loved that, and that wasn't something I had gotten to do yet. I had never, you know, worked with two monitors at the same time when doing something, so that was new to me, and I fell in love with that instantly. That was something that it just made sense to, you know, for production-wise, it made everything smoother, quicker. It was just so much easier. Well, when I was allowed to work from home, I didn't have two monitors. They were just at that time giving out one monitor to people. And so, you know, I got, you know, back in the, acclimated back to, you know, just one monitor, which, you know, was fine. But, you know, now that I am permanently working from home, you know, I asked my manager, I said, hey, if there's any chance, can we look into, you know, possibly getting a second monitor for my work from home? You know, I'd really appreciate that. And you know, if that's something, make it easier on me. I asked, you know, if that's something I have to, you know, look into and purchase on my own, fine, I can absolutely do that. I just want to see if I can get that provided from work, because that would be greatly appreciated. And you know, he said, yes, absolutely. I understand how two monitors can really increase workflow and help. So you know, we'll definitely look to see what we can do, and you know, But the end of that, and that was yesterday. So at the end of that shift, just at the end, he was like, "Hey, yeah, we got you a monitor, we got you everything. How about you come in tomorrow? mid-morning. I said, awesome, we'll absolutely do that. So we got that today. This morning I went in, got to see my manager, which was awesome to see him. Haven't seen him in a while. So that was nice to see him and get the monitor that I needed. So now I do have 2 monitors at my work setup, which I'm very pleased and happy about.
So tomorrow will be your first day using
Yes,
a
dual monitor.
Dual monitor at home, which I think will be more productive, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to help so much. So that's my little update that I wanted to just shoot out there real quick.
My update.
Yes, Lena has one too. Just kidding.
As of this morning, I am officially enrolled in transferred schools. So
we're very
I got
happy about
everything figured out. My housing, room and board has been dropped. I've been dropped from all my classes. I've been transferred and enrolled in all my classes at our community college, and the one class that I'm taking at the local college, or not the local college, the college that I was at has a location here, and I have one class there. So
she's done a great job with that.
it's been stressful just trying to navigate it, just because, like I said in previous videos, I've been having to talk to one person who's told me to talk to this person, who's then told me I need to talk to this person. So I think I've talked to about 7 or 8 different people in the past 3 weeks about getting transferred.
Yeah.
But I'm fully transferred now, so thumbs up to that. And I'm ready to get, I know this sounds weird, but I'm ready to get back to school so that I can finish my degree, because my advisor laid everything out for me, and if everything goes as planned, then I will be done in May of 2024, which I know seems like a while away, but
It's really not.
at the rate that I'm going, it doesn't seem that far away. And especially once I start student teaching, because if you don't know, I'm going to school for elementary education. But once I start student teaching, I feel like that'll just like fly by, and then before you know it, I'll have my own classroom, hopefully, and
she'll be awesome.
be teaching.
So excited for her.
So that's just a little update
just a little quick update
our
at the
Chiefs
end
training
here.
experience.
Yes.
But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to check out our Instagrams, we'll have those linked down below, so you guys can check out those pictures and that video of his. But
follow us on Instagram.
yes, so
Anyway.
we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye guys.